Hi guys, 732 Review Crew back. I'm Mikey.
And I'm Mike.
This is the second part of the Bad Batch four-parter, season 7, episode 3 and 4. Now this is technically, I think, the shortest episode of Clone Wars, which is pretty sad considering it's the final season. But I also hope that just means it's all nonstop action.
There's like no real difference, Mikey, between 18 minutes and 22 minutes.
It's 5 minutes.
4 minutes, actually.
Actually, it's 5 minutes.
Going into it.
Yeah, we're going to just be starting. Now, if you did join us for your first time with this season, we do appreciate you. Make sure you check out Patreon for full notes of this and other episodes, as well as other series. And we'll be starting this one in 3, 2, 1. Clone Wars. Right into it. Woo! You're gonna see why I love Crosshair.
I'll check on Rex and Echo.
The boy. The only clone
He's
who's
actually so crazy for just going out with a knife.
Doesn't even remember how he got here. He remembers being at the Citadel, but that's...
He looks crazy, like a fucking. He almost looks like a Batman villain to me.
We called it in.
Woo! The lighting on them too.
I feel like that's a massive security issue. That droids can just pull the door open.
Those guys are crazy.
I like their design.
Send in the Decimator.
The Decimator? Huh? Wait, good idea. Get fucked. Woo! Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy for Clone Wars.
What's crazy? They gave him a Sandestin.
Stand ever stand.
Rex,
Thanks, Mikey.
there's an exhaust vent that leads to the cooling systems. Right there.
Oh no, a second door.
They breached the front door. Great. Now how do we get up there?
Oh, I can help with that.
Wrecker!
Wait, what? Wrecker, what are you doing?
Yeet!
Yeah!
A heads up would have been nice.
It's okay, Wrecker. I've got this.
How's Wrecker get up there?
What are you doing?
I'm putting an end to Tambo's little science experiment.
Woo!
God, I love heavies.
Whoa, whoa.
Whoa!
Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. It's trying to get me.
He's trying to get me. A crazy device.
What happened? Why did it shut off?
No organic targets were detected, sir. The room appears to be empty.
Oh,
Kaboom!
How did you know what was up here, Echo?
Well, they got access to my memory, but I got access to the Techno Union database.
Huh.
That's crazy.
just keep walking, Tech.
That's fine. But if you fall, don't take me with you.
Uh-oh. I looked. I think I'm gonna be sick.
Oh no.
Turn around! Go back!
Uh-oh.
Oh boy. Gotcha.
Woo!
Anybody
What a
got
great soldier,
brilliant
just
idea?
jumped.
I do have a brilliant idea.
I'm hanging here.
When the locals attacked us, I recorded the creature's distress call.
It records everything. It's a hobby.
You couldn't have thought of this at the start.
You need to be stressed out. He's better under stress.
How do we get on them?
How else? We jump!
A little doot doot.
Everyone's like,
Alright.
okay.
I'll go first.
Oh! Echo just went for it.
I don't want to do this, but here I go.
Oh, they fly now!
Flying chickens.
It's pretty cool.
They're actually pretty cool droids. Hello, locals.
We have commandeered your birds.
Do you have a ship? Goddamn.
No, the people who weren't supposed to be involved in the war have been brought into the war.
Goddamn Jedi.
You've destroyed us all.
What's he saying, Tech?
He says that we have broken our word.
Ooh.
We have brought the war to his village.
Ooh.
You're right. Tell him he's right, Dick. Tell him we didn't plan to drag his people into war. But look what the Separatists did to one of our people. The Techno Union claims it's neutral, but they have chosen sides. Now, your people have to choose.
Oh, Operation.
Push boulder.
What was it again?
Big rock.
Wasn't it Brock Boulder? War. Oh. Oh no. They're doing it.
Yeah, I feel like
Whoa.
a spear should not kill a droid.
Come on, that's our boy. Woo! Woo! Two knives.
Huh?
No. Oh yeah, let's go.
Wait.
Oh.
Is that did that spider droid fly?
Yeah, you remember those things? You know those things are, right? You've seen them before?
Balloon droids?
Well, they have, wow.
That's scary.
They have forms of those that they use.
Damn, they're getting wiped out.
Yeah. Ooh.
Cute.
No.
Yeah,
No.
someone kill that.
Hunter, Wrecker, you're with me.
The boys. 7 seasons for this animation.
It is much better.
It's
Still showing off, huh, General?
You know me. Echo.
ready? Kill the barrels.
That seemed to work. But how do we get up there? No, no.
He's so strong. Clever. Why couldn't you do that from the beginning?
He was waiting on their lead. No!
Yeah!
Don't worry, I got you.
We must find a way to recoup on our investment.
Aw.
Are they gonna sell the people? They're slavery.
Thanks for coming after me. That's what brothers do. I'm just sorry it took so long. Hopefully it's gonna be just like old times. Yeah,
I don't like this.
just like old times.
Echo's gonna die.
Well, if I was him, death wouldn't be the worst thing that would happen to me.
I hate it here. That blurb was probably the Vegas blurb
I know, I was
I've
thinking
ever
that.
seen.
Anakin Skywalker
And
and the
clones are attempt to win victory for the Republic. Like,
wow, that's the whole series.
We now have the opportunity to retake the planet.
I can improve your chances,
Echo.
but I just don't think you're ready for battle yet. I am not a liability, Rex. While Master Windu leads a team to retake the assembly complex, the Bad Batch will escort me into Trench's new comm vault, which, according to current intel, is now located on this separatist dreadnought above an axis. Once I'm plugged in, I can feed Trench strategies, but this time, you'll know every move before he makes it. Don't worry, Echo says he's got a plan. That makes me feel so much better. What do you mean by that? To be blunt, his mind belonged to the Separatists until we unplugged him. We don't really know where his loyalties lie.
Every single one of those clones in the background is
I know.
animated.
Now get
Yeah.
moving. Please tell me we are blowing something up.
Sorry, Wrecker. This is strictly stealth.
I hate that word!
Echo, you're up.
Don't worry. As soon as I plug in, I'll send a signal to the command ship. We're just gonna be another one of their shuttles.
They don't work visually, they work on signals. That's crazy.
Think we take risks.
Is this one of ours? I've never seen this model. Yep, it's one of ours. Roger, Roger, Shuttle TC-1.
The entire image flipped. They're like, okay, it looks fine now.
Must have been a bug.
Bombers!
This whole season feels like a video game.
Or a movie. Actually, it's just like a video game.
Mm-hmm.
flashing between Anakin and Mace.
Different missions.
Yeah.
Here's your space mission as a Y bomber. Echo's gonna stay plugged in and blow up the dreadnought. That's how he dies. I'm a guess.
Contact Skako. I want to use the algorithm to calculate the best possible counterattack.
They don't know
As
yet
you
because the guys
command.
won't tell them yet.
Yeah, dude. Then they can stop charging the separatists.
They need to recoup their losses, right?
Wait! You can't just send a signal from here. Why not? We have to make it appear as if your signal is originating from Skako Mine.
Nice idea.
Otherwise, they'll know we are here.
It's a good idea. All right, Mace Windu, get your fun. Have fun in this season, buddy. And Obi-Wan, woo!
Oh yeah.
And jetpack troopers.
Let's go.
Woo!
My name is General Mace Windu of the Jedi Order. At this point of the Clone War, I have dismantled and destroyed over 100,000 of you Type 1 battle droids. I'm giving you an opportunity to peacefully lay down your weapon.
Blast them!
Well, I guess it was worth a try.
There's literally the type of speech you want to give in the game.
Mobilize all troops on an axis to the assembly complex. The Republic will not send reinforcements.
But our troops will be vastly outnumbered. Not when I send them a feedback pulse that shuts down all the droids. How do we know that's what you're really going to do? We have to trust you.
Anakin can sense intent.
Rex is right.
Obi-Wan! Skywalker just contacted me. He said we've got a lot more droids headed our way.
I see Anakin as being as insightful as ever.
I was told not to worry. It was all part of their plan.
If I know Anakin, we've got the easy part. Well, there weren't as many as I thought there were going to be.
Door opens, yeah.
Yep.
Endless droids.
Does this meet your expectations?
This exceeds my expectations.
It worked.
Seems a little sus. Hold on.
I am pleased to report that we are in control of the assembly complex, and all of the fronts are falling to the Republic, thanks to Echo's plan.
We moved all of the
Good
droids
news,
there.
Master Windu. Job, Echo.
Well, I guess you actually are on our side.
There's no doubt.
Was there ever any?
Oh,
No.
Is that a Bad Batch?
Some.
Skull.
No, Bad Batch had the red armor.
But isn't he got on his bandana?
Come on, brother.
Is it a different skull?
Unplug and let's
Am
get
I
out of
reading
here.
into it?
Just scanned a new order from Trench. He's initiated a countdown. There's a bomb hidden at the assembly complex, but it's big enough to destroy most of an axis.
If you can't stop the detonation, perhaps Trench can.
Good plan. Why doesn't he bring a wrecker?
He's a one-man army. He doesn't need wrecker.
Continue your sweep, Jesse.
That's two one-man armies. That's two armies.
Jesse looks sick there.
What the fuck is that?
Shield.
Ray shield.
Ah, you ever watch enough Star Wars? There's a ray shield.
Tell me the sequence to shut it down.
I'm decrypting it now.
Normally they're gates, not spheres.
Jam the signal at its source.
No.
General Windu, Trench took out Echo. We can't get to the last number in the sequence.
Sorry, General. You'll have to disarm that phone without us.
Don't worry about me, Captain. Just get your men out of
Figure it out.
Yes, sir.
What the fuck?
You saw, bitch.
You got a spider
Tell me
web.
the sequence to disarm the bomb.
Never. Dooku would kill me for losing an axis.
And you think I won't?
You're a Jedi. You're no
I don't have such weaknesses.
This is right before the movies. Don't forget.
Yikes, bro.
You can't stop the detonation. You must leave now.
That is not an option. I still have a chance to stop this, even if it's down to my best guess.
How about I take the guesswork out of it, Master?
Oh. Damn, Spider-Man's scared.
Which is why he's not in the movies, buddy.
What's this?
Wrecker's gonna love this.
Is it the kaboom button?
Admiral, it was a pleasure.
This is a kaboom button.
Look at him go. Take one of their guns.
Honestly, you're bad with those droids.
Not in the face.
Ooh.
Sticky.
Huh?
He's gonna try and top me. You watch.
Bruh. Bruh.
Relax, Wrecker. You'll top him next time. No, he won't.
I've got a present for you, Wrecker.
Seriously? I'm gonna blow it up? The whole stinking thing?
He's shaking his head.
This is the happiest day of my life.
Why does it self-destruct the whole fleet?
Because the particles are hitting other stuff.
You've got some medals coming your way.
Again.
Thank you, General. You coming?
Not really our thing. Accolades.
Yeah, we're just in it for the thrill. Yo!
You sure it's your thing?
Ooh.
What do you mean? Your path is different. Like ours. If you ever feel like you don't fit in with them, well, find us. You and I go way back. If that's where you feel your place is, then that's where you belong.
That's a good fucking friend.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Welcome to the official Bad Batch. Echo is in it. Welcome to probably one of the best, if not probably the best start to a whole season.
Yeah, no, that was
Bad
pretty
Batch.
fire. Animation, great. Story, great.
Characters,
great.
top tier.
Kaboom's great.
You can see why they give them their own TV show, basically, too. And
Yeah.
it makes me a little emotional, too, because Echo gets to join them at the end, which is like, you know, he doesn't fit in with the Regs anymore.
And, yeah, Rex saving him and then letting him go shows that Rex really did love his brother.
He just wants him to be alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all brothers. He just wants them alive. I just generally love the fact that we get introduced
Damn,
to
I
Bad
finally
Batch.
got emotional about Clone Wars.
Yeah.
You did it, Mikey.
It's Bad Batch.
It took 7 seasons.
Bad Batch is crazy because, like, they come in for 4 episodes. They leave such a massive impact.
They live rent-free.
They live rent free. They're basically the clone version of like Anakin, like almost every single one.
Just off.
They show off all their accolades. You know, Hunter is crazy with the knives and fighting in general. Wrecker is literally a wrecking ball. Crosshair is an impeccable shot, but then he pulls out the trick at the end where he blows it out of the water by just basically bouncing his shot everywhere. That's probably the coolest thing you've seen so far in a while. And then you have Tech, who's just tech genius, and obviously everyone needs one. But now we're adding Echo into the group, who kind of fills a middle ground of, you know, a trooper with also being like tech, but he can also, he's half droid in the sense he can interface. So that's going to be useful.
Tech uses the machines. Echo can like work with the machine.
Exactly. And I mean, we have a whole great thing. Anakin reveals a little bit of his darkness in this one, and you could tell how far into the series we are.
He chopped off the dude's arm.
And then he killed him. You were literally sitting here like, why don't we see that guy in the movies?
I think I said I'm upset we don't see that guy.
Well, because Anakin kills him, that's why. And he's the first character we meet in like the bad guys, so it's really cool to see him come and go across the seasons, all his changes from being like blown up a bunch of times and he finally dies. Just genuinely like a really well animated episode, a lot of cool moments, especially Mace Windu falling in and being like, I am General Mace Windu of the Jedi Order. I have killed 100,000 of you battle droids. Do you want to surrender? Blast him. That was great, as well as, you know, Wrecker running down the hall. When he gives the gun, he's like, what's he doing? And the droids are like, oh god, please, not the face, not the face.
They do a good job of Clone Wars of managing to blend comedy with the action without making it like too kitschy or tropey.
Yeah, it makes sense. And I mean,
it's really well done, because a lot of ones you don't take the stress of the situation seriously.
Exactly.
Which in Star Wars with all of the plot armor is something you really don't take seriously. But they do it in such a way that you still want to watch everything, because it's well done.
I'm gonna say, if So as somebody who has seen some of the what we consider the current, Mandalorian era content, like Ahsoka, TV shows and whatnot, you have no idea, who lives or dies in the series, because we've been introduced to a lot of clones, humans, etc., who have chances to come and go, especially in the next 8 episodes we have. And then you never know, like, for example, not the clones, but like the humans that survive or who die. Like a lot of plot armor in the series you can see when you see like Mace Windu and Anakin, but then when you get introduced to like random people, especially when we get into like Bad Batch and Rebels and all the other extended media, you never know who's truly going to live or die in those ones, because they're all new characters to you, and like you're kind of like, okay, this is interesting, because while they are made for kids as a show, they also do, I will say, without spoilers, there is emotional impacts of characters passing and whatnot, and they do it pretty well. I mean, we had it in this series, so many Jedi died, and a couple of my favorite ones that from the games, like the Jedi Starfighter when Adigalia died, so, and it's pretty crazy to see.
And I like that you brought up the modern like media that we have to compare, because it made me think about how like you talk about who lives or dies. The end of season 7, like, we have confirmation that certain people do live, obviously, between the movie and the shows. But like, I don't know if I haven't watched it or what happens to them. But like, Rex and Cody are main characters of this show, and I don't remember seeing them in anything modern. So it makes me wonder what happened to them.
So I will say,
don't spoil.
Non-spoiler. If you've seen the 3rd movie, technically during Order 66. Cody orders the shot on Obi-Wan. So he's the commander that orders the thing that shoot the lizard down when Obi-Wan's like running on the wall after killing Grievous.
But Obi-Wan doesn't kill his clones. He like runs away.
Correct, because he doesn't know what's going on.
Right.
But you don't know what happens to the other ones that have been named. Like, for example, we've been introduced to Jesse a few times in this season, and, we know Wolf, who's Plo Koon's Jedi, whatnot.
Who's Yoda's clone trooper?
I don't remember his name, to be honest.
I know he murders that one Kashyyyk.
I don't remember the names, to be honest. I think it's not Gree.
I don't think we ever we don't ever focus on his like lead trooper.
I think it's Gree.
But yeah, no, that's just it makes me think, because
it's Gree.
You always ask these questions like, who do you think's gonna live, who do you think's gonna die, and like,
he died.
I think in Clone Wars, my question is really like, which clones live and die that we've met.
And that's really, honestly, a good question,
because I got kind of spoiled. I watched, I think, the first episode of Bad Batch with like my nephew.
Okay.
So like, I know when that starts and like what's happening. So like,
so it's not like. It's technically Bad Batch is a little bit after this,
right?
Which, I mean, it starts especially if you've seen the episode, which, I mean, you'll watch again obviously when we start it. But it's a very impactful first episode in the sense that you know what's happening in the world, and it's going to be interesting to see how they react. The Bad Batch is about that post world and what happens, and there is you are left with questions too, probably, which include, why do they transition to stormtroopers instead of clones when clones are incredibly, accurate? And one of the ones is
why stormtroopers are anyone can be one, whereas clones were clones.
Well, one of the big things that's non-spoiler for clones is, first off, just think about their accelerated aging. So technically, they've grown from infant.
And without a war, what's the point of paying Camino so much money?
And unfortunately, it doesn't seem that they have accelerated aging. As far as we know, you assume that stays as it goes, because that's how clones are, kind of. Because they seem as expendable weapons. So like, that's a whole big topic to discuss and whatnot and get to. And it's all very interesting. The Clone Wars is, great, but then Bad Batch is, it has, some moments in like the first season that are in the second season too, that are like, foundation building. Because even though we have these characters, we need to figure out like, a little bit more about them, because they're clones, and so you don't really need to know motives and things like that, but what's important to know is their actual personalities and what they do and how they react in situations and build them up. And it's pretty cool to see. I mean, just them in Bad Batch, and then Bad Batch is set. So the media that we're gonna be watching after this, so we're gonna do the finish Clone Wars. We're gonna go into Tales of the Jedi, which is pre-Clone Wars and post-Clone Wars.
And then we're going to Bad Batch.
And then, well, Tales of the Empire 2 is a big thing too.
Okay.
Which is it's a new one. I haven't seen that.
Is it all right? I don't know anything.
It's about the Empire. So I'll have to look into that. I'll have Eddie check that out to make sure it's nothing spoiler for us. But besides that, I mean, yeah, Bad Batch is gonna be fun because that's 3 seasons.
Yeah, no,
done.
My nephew loves Bad Batch. I assume I'm gonna love.
And
Bad
then
Batch.
Rebels after that is, everyone always says just like Clone Wars, Rebels starts a little bit rough and it has a little bit different animation, but then I truly feel by the end of the first season, moving into the second, third season, the animation grows on you, but it's less.
It's the same as Clone Wars.
It's the voice actors and the story.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's because like you're just sitting there enjoying the story, and you don't, and it's for lack of better words, I thought I wasn't gonna enjoy it going into it, and me of all people who loves every Star Wars, I was like, this looks a little kiddish, and now like by the end of like the fourth season of Rebels, I'm like, this is like one of the greatest Star Wars things ever. And part of that is because it doesn't use it. Well, it builds on things because it's called Rebels, so it's obviously about the rebels. It makes its own thing, so it makes you care for these new characters who you've met in Ahsoka already.
Right.
So you're going to learn why we love them so much, and what they've gone through, their trials and tribulations, which are all very important to figuring out this. Got a little bit on a tangent here, but we're just getting excited because as we finish this series, there's a ton of more Star Wars content.
I think it's pertinent since we just watched a Bad Batch advertisement, basically.
So I mean, yeah, technically, and I mean, every single time we've watched Clone Wars for the past like year and a half to 2 years, every time you look at the screen, all you see is Bad Batch on the top of it.
Literally.
So now you can eventually, click on that.
We're almost there.
We're almost there. I haven't seen the third season. The second season was first season's great at Bad Batch. There's certain moments, whatnot. Second season, fantastic. Fantastic. There was a lot of moments I watched it on my couch or I watched it on my computer.
Mm-hmm.
And like I watched reactions to it because I liked it so much, especially like one big channel that I enjoyed it personally. And it was like there was 1 or 2 moments where I stood up out of my chair while I was by myself and was like, oh my God. And it's just because the story is so compelling and the characters are so great that going through that story is amazing time. But I'm ready to wrap this up if you are. So thank you for joining us. I'm Mikey.
I'm Mike.
And this was our reaction to the finale of the first arc of season 7. We have 8 episodes left of Clone Wars before we're over, and it feels really weird, but we're actually going to be finishing it just under 2 years.
Yeah, we've been watching this since the beginning, pretty much.
Yeah, this was like our first show next to Andor.
Yeah.
I made them watch it, and then they got into it, and here we are. Look at that. Wow. See you next time. Check out Patreon for full that, and subscribe if you haven't already. Bye.
Toodaloo.